Welcome, Sagittarius, to your weekly love reading for July 2nd to the 8th of 2018. So as I was shuffling, a few different energies popped out as to some of you might feel like you're missing an opportunity to be with somebody or vice versa due to your response or the response that they might give you from them kind of manipulating you or not being quite honest, or the fact that you were in a situation that you know wasn't good for you, but you stayed, and you may feel like you have missed an opportunity to be with someone that you really were in love with. So something like that could have been going on with you. You might experience some energy like that this week. So that was just like a general kind of thing that came to me. So let's see energies for Sagittarius for July 2nd to the 8th. 10 card Celtic cross spread for you. All right, Sagittarius and love. Okay, the overall energy and theme, that disappointment is there. You're walking away from something or somebody because of how you've been treated, what they said, what you've said, just tired of something and just maybe tired of waiting around, so you do something else. And I feel like that's a missed opportunity, or you're not happy with that particular person, just dreams unfulfilled right now, emotionally just not really feeling it. So there could be some things where some of you, health related, you may not have been feeling very confident to approach somebody, to let somebody in your life, so you could be kind of working out, doing different things to be stronger so that you can be more confident. So that could be something where you have been disappointed by something that was not fulfilled. All right, now it could be debt, a lot of spending habits on different things that maybe that you abused, things that you need to, maybe that's abuse to yourself when you put yourself in debt, financial debt or insecurity. So keep that in mind. I feel like this is potentially happening this week, or that's the problem why these things continue to happen. Maybe different disappointments that you run into because you don't really address those issues. Now keep that in mind as you go through the week. So the recent past was the energy of frustration, where you just didn't want to be addressed. You didn't want to speak to anybody or have somebody address you or speak to you or bring up certain topics, so you just maybe stayed away from them or told them that yourself. All right, could have been dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini that you just didn't want to speak to. Now what's on your mind is still avoiding confrontation. You don't want to argue, you don't want to fight, you don't want to deal with things that you're tired of, so you don't want to be overwhelmed, so you walk away from something and just not want to get into that conflict, the confrontation. And the person that's coming towards you, maybe they want to, maybe it's like if they feel that you are about to leave them and start talking to somebody else, they want to compete for your energy. They want to be around you. So sometimes you might feel like that person is an energy vampire in some ways, so you might want to avoid them. They could be saying this about you, indecisive about what to do, but I feel like they could also be making a decision to step away from you as well, depending on how you're treating them. We'll see. Your response is the breakup, the separation. You're going through a divorce, or just not really into it because of just not the financial security that you want is not there. So maybe some of you are stepping away for that reason, putting in a lot of energy in work or other things. So whoever you might be around, or your romantic partner, they're going through a divorce, separation. You might be doing that as well. So both of you might be at a standstill, so to speak. So their response, it's kind of cutting you off. Maybe they just don't want to talk to you. They might feel like they want to block you, say that we just don't need to speak anymore. They might delete pictures or go through there's a lot of things in their head where they just shut you down, and that's what I feel. They might make that decision to do that, and even if they want to open back up, they might just stay firm and just don't speak or say anything to you. Now the obstacle is a lack of closure. So you don't address an issue, don't broach a topic, and don't bring it up, so that person has a lot of resentment building up because they don't know the reasons why you moved on, or the reasons why you're doing what you're doing, or the fact that you don't have evidence or understanding about why somebody has been treating you in a certain way. So things are unfinished. So this issue might come back around again until you find the appropriate way to handle things. So some people can walk away without closure and just, you know, eventually just move on and be happy, but others will like that energy so that you two can eventually be friends or just be able to deal with one another. The outcome is the Nine of Swords in reverse. So 1, 2, yeah, we got 2 nines here. So something that has been approaching an ending. It may be there, but it's not quite finished just yet. Maybe the paint is drying, so to speak, so it's not a sealed deal. So I feel like that's you just taking your time to just get over your own fears and worries and just trying to relax your mind. Maybe watch a movie, go out, enjoy yourself, do whatever you have to do. I feel the disconnect. So clarify. I want to clarify clarify the world in reverse for Sagittarius. Clarify the world in reverse. Yes, the star is showing up, and usually this is still where you have an attraction, you have some kind of anticipation for somebody, but still right now you just don't want to be bothered because you two have gone through some confrontation. You still have, and I feel like that's what it could be. Some things like being confident. Even the other person, they could be dealing with some things on both sides. As to sometimes you might feel like somebody is keeping things from you, but some of it could be that they're hiding some things. And I want to do something different for your reading too. So let's do something different here. Let's see. Let's look into what your partner might be up to. Various messages for Sagittarius. The person that they might be dealing with. That person might need to focus on being themselves, focus on being independent and not dependent on you emotionally or even financially. That could be some things where they want to be around you, they want that confirmation, and maybe you're just drained from that. And maybe a lot of you, you are ones to want to explore, do different things, and you might have a fear when somebody gets too close or starts to cling on. Maybe you get very frustrated by that. So I feel either your partner needs to dive more into that, and then then you'll start running in and rushing in. And let's see. I'm not supposed to show you everything, right? No. Let's see. Assertiveness. Maybe they're not that assertive. So it says here, stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. So sometimes you might feel that's what I get when I see that. Sometimes you might feel that that person is kind of allowing you to get away with certain things. You don't like that. You don't want to be you don't want to see them as being a pushover. So that may be very frustrating to you at times, and you want them to be a bit stronger. And let's see one card for you, Sagittarius. And then we do have summer. Okay, it says everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So this energy here, sometimes it takes a little bit while we're about to approach the summer. So I feel like you're just taking a little break to see how things might go, and things might start to pick up over time. The Nine of Swords is September, so that might definitely be for sure for a lot of you out there. So that is right on time for some. So one card, let's see, one card from the Romance Angels for Sagittarius. And then we do have separation. It says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So just take a little break. Some of you are definitely going through a divorce because of financial issues, health problems that could be related, overindulging in sexual activities, things like that. Too much of a good thing could be something that's going on. It just depends there. And when I say these things, they kind of just come to me, as I'm looking at the spread. So just keep that in mind. So that's going to be a reading. I do hope that the messages did help you out. Lots of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the best, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for your energy. Have a good one.